Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing okay. And if you are new here, I am Emily. I am a mum of, I was going to say 2 under 2, and they're not 2 under 2 anymore. I'm the mum of a little boy who's just turned 2 and a 5-month-old little girl. Now, I've been doing this mum thing a little while now. I kind of been getting the hang of it, and I must say one of my #1 mum hacks has to be toy rotations. Now, I'm sure most of you have probably heard what that is, and you can make it as extravagant or as simple as you like, but the way that this little hack has totally changed Marley's behaviour is whenever he's getting a little bit agitated, when he's getting bored, whenever he's asking me to play with him a lot, he's not, you know, he doesn't want to independently play much, I am like, it is time for a toy rotation, and for at least a good week, he's happy, entertained, playing, and it's fab. So I'll give you like a very brief overview, simple terms of what it is. And it is literally just swapping your kids' toys out as little or as often every week, every day, every month, every year. I like to keep it to every kind of 2 to 4 weeks, but it has been a long time since we've done one. And by swapping the toys around, they are then entertained by them again. Like, if you lay out 100 toys in front of a child, they're just overstimulated. They're going to be going from one thing to another, chucking it in the air, throwing it, not actually playing. If you give them, let's say, 3 toys, they will get so much more entertainment and enjoyment and play out of those 3 things. And it's also a lot easier to tidy away. So it's definitely been working in this household for quite a long time. So I haven't done a toy rotation in about 3 or 4 months now. And in that time, we've had Marley's birthday, and I've done some downstairs, but we haven't done a big one of the playroom because it's kind of been a mess and we haven't been in here in months. So my plan today is to tackle this playroom, get all the toys organised into the categories and set up a whole new toy rotation. So we actually have a room. I'll very embarrassedly show you that room. So this is our spare bedroom, and in there is all the kids' toys, books, just loads, and it's kind of just been heaped on top of each other the last few months, so I need to rip all that out and sort through it all. But to begin with, I'll give you a quick tour of the playroom. So as you walk in, I've actually just got their pickler triangle here, which will obviously be in the middle. But we have Marley's little toy kitchen at the minute. We have a washing machine, emmi.n.baby sit me up thing and playmat there. We have an easel thing. We also have some stuff up here, guys. And then we have this, which Jordan actually organised, which isn't exactly how it's supposed to be, but it does the job. We have ball pit and this bubble lamp. And here tends to be where I set up his main toys and activities. Now, this is probably going to be my first proper toy rotation since Aviana is at an age where she wants to play with toys. So I'm going to try and incorporate toddler and baby toy rotation into this and kind of make it a space for both of them. So first things first, I'm going to go drag everything out of that room and get it in here. Right, I think that's the last of it. So yeah, as I said, my kids have an awful lot of toys. That was really tiring. This doesn't include any of their books or any of their like big toys like the slides, the trampoline, all the like bikes, ride-on toys, anything like that. This is literally just the little toys. So first things first, and I am going to link this down below. This thing is amazing. All of these go into it. Now, this definitely isn't something you need, but it is one of those things if you are really wanting to get into this, or if your kids also just have loads of toys with loads of like loose little bits, highly recommend this because yeah, it's fab. So the first thing I'm going to do is in these boxes here, I have most of their like main activity toys. So I'm going to get all them and put them to one side, and that is going to be my first task. Okay, so I've picked out all my main toys, which I will show you a couple in a minute. I like to call them activity toys, and if you are going to buy your child any toy, I highly recommend toys of this sort. I mean, this behind me, this massive pile is basically just stuff. Like, literally, like, teddies. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of it is great, like musical instruments and stuff, but for the most part, it is just an object. And that really bothers me. Whereas this little pile that I've just pulled out is all the toys they actually do stuff with. So anything with these like little stacking things, blocks, I've got these out for Avie, but normally I wouldn't actually class them as this, but because Avie's little, I guess it kind of is. Like little tools to do, jigsaws, activity cubes. So yeah, these are the main toys you want to be looking at getting your kids. So I'm going to kind of go through them all, get them all out. I'm going to choose probably 8, probably 6 for up here and 2 for downstairs. So that is my plan. Okay, so the way I'm going about choosing these toys now is kind of what's appropriate, like age appropriate for them. So things like, these are obviously fab, but Marley is 2 years old. He can do that pretty easily, so I probably won't bother with anything like this. And obviously Aviana's 5 months old, she has no intention of doing that. Or things like that, they're not really relevant at the moment for us. Obviously in a few months, perfect for Aviana. So yeah, just kind of mixing out for what's best for their age category. And I also want to say I like to leave loose parts, anything with, I mean these aren't so bad, but like for example this ramp racer with the 4 little cars, if we take this downstairs, these cars, we've got one under the washing machine, one under the sofa, one hidden behind the freaking oven, like it's just getting lost. So I like to keep things like that upstairs and save the more chunky things like this for downstairs. Okay, so these are the things I've chosen so far. In this cube I've gone for like sensory for Aviana. They're little blocks, they're actually fab. They've got like stuff in them that make different sounds, different colours. That one's the wrong way, which is actually really bothering me. And then I've gone for this with the mirror. And this is a fab one. Again, we actually haven't played with this properly yet because Marley's always been so little, I didn't trust him not to swallow any of the pieces. So I'll probably be playing with that a lot now. Here I have this, which is actually one of my favourite toys. However, I have to find all 6 of those amongst this. We've got blocks in here, and then again, parts missing for this, which will all be in the mess. And then in here, we've got, I actually got this for his birthday. It's like a colour sorting game. So you've got these, and then you roll the little dice, and you can like put the colour with them. Yeah, that's quite fab. So yeah, I just want to say, like, if your kid, if your child isn't getting the hang of a toy, sometimes literally put it away for a couple of weeks, bring it back out, and they'll be like, ooh, and they'll get it, they'll be more interested, want to try again. Whereas if they're just continuing to not get something and they're just having to be forced to play with that all the time, they're probably just gonna be like, this is boring, I don't want to do it, whatever. So yeah, those are the toys I've got for up here. Now I'm gonna go look for downstairs toys. So my 3 main toys that I've chosen for downstairs is this little police cat, which actually opens up to be like a prison thing. I actually played with that much, so that one will be probably quite a good one. So we'll take that downstairs. And I'm gonna take one of these, and I'm actually chosen this one because more to focus on shapes with him, because yeah, we haven't really done much on shapes, so that'll be interesting to see if he gets the hang of that one. So yeah. And then I'm also just going to take, we actually just got this for his birthday, which is gorgeous. Little Dutch work set. It's got all the little screws, which they can obviously like screw on and off, which is good for their fine motor skills. So they're like the 3 main toys I'm going to have set up. And I also have like a big bucket I'm going to take down of just random things for them to play with. I like to have toys downstairs that are good for like grabbing to entertain them if we're going somewhere like in the car or whatever. So yeah, there, I'm just gonna leave it at 3 downstairs, and I'm gonna actually try to make more of an effort to come upstairs this week with them and be in here. The task now is to put all these toys behind me into these buckets. So I actually don't like to put all the little toys like these cars in these buckets. I actually have a whole section on here for like loose parts for things that go with this toy. So when I go to get a toy out, I normally would just take it from there and put it together. Obviously I'm having a full-blown sort out today, so it's not a simple toy rotation. This is like my big, thorough, deep clean, deep organisation toy rotation, which I do probably once every 6 months. Okay, so that is those boxes down there organised with the big main toys. My next task is going to be getting all the things that go on here back in there. So as I go through it, I've just got a couple of piles going on. I've got this for soft toys and this for toys to take downstairs. This is our little toy box. I like to keep it small to limit how much goes down there. So that is what I'm about to start doing. Okay, so I'm about half an hour into this, just into this little bit, and my back's hurting and I'm feeling drained, but I think I've pretty much, for the most part, figured out what all the sections are going to be. However, I am missing one, so in here we're going to go random bits, musical instruments, who even knows yet, probably blocks in all honesty, soft toys, vehicles, arts and crafts, electronics, animals, baby sensory, trains, toy parts, so you know, like I was saying, all the like cars, shapes, that kind of thing, and then balls. I'll actually show you because I've just done his little kitchen. I've just set it all up. He's got his little pots and pans, whisk, spoons and stuff, a little salt and pepper up there. And then he's got his chopping board with his knife, and I've just popped all his fruit in here. We do still have a couple of bits missing, and then his plate, knives and forks. You want to say hello again? Say hello again. Hello again. Going through it all, and I'm coming to the conclusion that Aviana does not need a playmat anymore. She's at the point now, oh my god, dare I even say it. She's wanting to crawl. She is like on her hands, kicking legs up, wiggling away. Like, she doesn't need the playmat to restrict her. So I think I'm gonna put it away. I've actually found a really big bag, which is gonna be perfect for that. She's actually got 2 playmats, so I'm putting both of them away today. And that's just going to free up some space for me to maybe set Marley up a train track on the floor. And I also, if you've seen previous videos of this playroom, you'll know that he did have a table which I normally put Marley's train track on. That is like an amazing table. I'll have to put photos up and link it because that is like 10 out of 10, like my top baby product at the minute, because it actually turns into like an activity centre. So we've turned that into an activity centre for Avie. And that is where that is. So we've kind of got a bit more space in here to move with now, so we might get some out. What else do you want to get out? We could get out your slide, we could get all sorts out, Miles. I'm feeling a lot sadder about this than I expected to, but I've got both her playmats in here, and also just going to put her little... Oh. Marley had this as a baby, and I feel like we actually haven't used it that much. I'm not gonna lie, you don't really need all the baby stuff. Like, we bought 2 playmats, we have this thing, like, you really don't need it in all honesty. I mean, there's no harm in getting it. As a first time mum with Marley, I bought everything because I wanted it all. And that's absolutely fine, but what you just don't want to spend a load of money on this kind of stuff. Don't feel guilty, because genuinely, like, most of it doesn't get used, or if it does, it's very, very lightly used. I'm just umming and ahhing on putting this away. She has just started sitting up, but she still falls over quite a lot. So I'm thinking it might be a good one to have in here, just so I can sit her up, like, in it, but not have her lean against it, and then if she falls, she's not going to hurt herself. So yeah, I'll probably keep that one actually. But yeah, all the other little things. I hate this part of them getting older. We're going to go to the spare room, and I'm going to show you what we've done. Now, it doesn't look the best, don't get me wrong, but it looks similar, but it's a lot more organised than what it was. So we come in, all these ride-ons and stuff here. I've got all those toys in the baskets there. Then we've got soft toys, teddies and stuff, bag full of other toys, a few bits and bags there for when I'm doing toy rotations. And then this is the final. So we've got random bits, Play-Doh, blocks, rattles and baby toys, vehicles, arts and crafts, sensory stuff, oh goodness, what's happened there, balls, electronic toy things, musical instruments in here, and then animals. And then I'm just about to go sort out the trains, because I'm actually gonna set him up a train track. I'm so out of breath, it's so past the kids' bedtime, and I'm too busy doing this to put them to bed. Okay, so we are done up here. I'll just show you guys what it's looking like. So, as we come in, oh, Aviana. We come in, we've got the rocking horse here and little Avie testing out a little sit me up seat. We have got the kitchen and Marley's little sweeping brush and mop set that actually needs to go on there. And then as you come around here, I'm sorry guys, this is going to be the train track. I haven't set it up yet. I can't be bothered. I'm going to ask Jordan to do that. And then we have the easel, little push chair with our little Dozy Dinkum doll looking very dozy indeed. And then I used to have this as like toys and books, but I've decided to return back to just books. I don't like to go too crazy. So I've got 3 proper big books, 4 little short ones, and then some of the like sensory ones down there. And then we also have our pictures, which still need to be hung up here. Just like a little sensory. You can't really see that, I'd show you, but the batteries are actually out, so we need to top them up. And then obviously ball pit and fish lamp are staying the same. We have the piccolo triangle in the middle, and I've put the slide attachment on for Marley. And then we have got some little sensory toys for Aviana. Marley's little toy here, which I've actually only found 3 of these, so I have no idea where the other 3 have gone. We've got blocks, some puzzles that have gone for like a dinosaur, and just a Cocomelon one, both numbers. We've got some musical instruments, little stacking toy truck. I've already shown you guys that game, and then yeah, this little carrot thing. And then I do just like to leave this here all the time because it's so gorgeous, and that's normally the number 1 thing Marley likes to pull off. So that is me done in here. Obviously I just need to set up the train tracks. Gonna go get the kiddies to sleep, and then we're gonna do downstairs. Okay, so we're actually on a good few days later, and I've just gone to edit this video and realised that I never actually showed you what was going on downstairs, so I thought I'd quickly pop on and film what we've got. Avi's a bit grumpy, so have to bear with us a minute. So although this is like the majority of the stuff, I am already missing a couple of things. We're already missing like some off there, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, so the first thing I've actually got is this like tissue pull thing for Aviana. Now she hasn't got the hang of pulling stuff out of there yet, but obviously as you can see, you're trying, aren't you? And obviously she likes to play with all the different fabrics and all that stuff. So that is like her main sensory toy, is that. And I've also got her big peekaboo scarf. So we actually have, this is our toy box that we use. It's actually like a big plant pot that I bought when we used to have a eucalyptus tree in the house. But long story short, the cat was pooing in the eucalyptus tree soil, so we got rid of it. So yeah, and then this big ugly train is what Marley chose. When I was sorting out the playroom, I think you'll have seen, he kind of came up when he was getting ready for bed, and he saw this train, which he hasn't had in a little while, and he was so excited. So we got the train out for Marley. We've got this little bluey book thing, and it's one of those like you wet, like a water pen. You get like a little pen that you fill up with water and you can draw on it. Although it is a bit scratched to pieces in all honesty. I'm in drawn on with other stuff, but it is what it is. We do also always have Play-Doh downstairs, so we do have a little bit of Play-Doh that if I'm cooking tea and Marley's just going a bit crazy, I'll just stick him in his high chair with some Play-Doh. We've just got a couple of like soft toys, especially this one. I love this one for Avi. My mum got it, it's one of the Jellycat ones, and she's got the matching octopus, but this is just sensory wise, this is amazing. I love to play with this. She's literally, as we speak, you playing with your tissue ball. She's also like fully sitting up, it's insane. We have all Marley's like bike stuff for when he goes on his bikes in here because it's just convenient. Got this in here for Aviana, this little rainmaker in there for Avi. And then I've also just got these little bits, like bucket thing, just because we've been going, with the weather being a bit warmer, we've been going out a lot. So again, easy to just take them out to play with the water, the sand, whatever. And I think that's about it other than this. Again, if we're going out, it's a handy toy to have. I know these are very, very popular, but I have seen, and I don't know if everyone knows, so I'm gonna say, these little things here have been known to break and pop out, and obviously that is the definition of a choking hazard. So if you do have any of these, just make sure you aren't letting your little ones play with it unsupervised. Uh-oh, Abby falling! You falling over? Here's your dum-dum. You want to go on your belly? Is that what it is? Want to do your tissue pull? There you go. So I'm just going to put all them back in there quickly, and I'll show you like the setup that we actually have down here of like the main toys. So I've actually brought Marley's washing machine down. I've brought his washing machine down, and normally we do have a dressing up costume kind of hung up here, but God knows where that's gone. He's got his little iron there and his soap here. And on that I've just put his 2 police cars, but obviously they don't stay on there for more than 30 seconds because he's always pulling them off to play with them. And then over here we've got his toolbox and his shape sort of thing and a little camera, and under here I like to just pop all these little teddies that he likes. And then we do also have a couple of books missing, but I do them like a little book section there. And then we've got Aviana's swing. That is what this corner of the room looks like. And just over here I also have Avi's little thing that I was on about, her activity centre. So this used to be a table. So if you look down here, this actually pops up and you can connect it all and flatten it out here, take all these toys off, and it can just be like a flat table, which is how we had it with Marley's train set on. And under that here, that turns into a seat. So that is like, seriously, that is like my #1. Like, I am so impressed with this, and it wasn't even that expensive for what it is. So I highly recommend that. So that is this half of my front room, and this half is where I put the toy box. Half I have the toy box and Marley's freaking bikes that he's obsessed with, and the Hoover. I'll just stick that there. So he's got his Hoover, his toy box, and his 3 bikes. Obviously his helmet hung to this one. The boy is bike obsessed, to say the least. So yeah, that is how I kind of keep our toys organised, keep them entertained with their toys. Anyways, I do hope somebody out there has found this video really useful, because I must say, when I started with toy rotations, bless, I tried to start when Marley was literally like 3 months old, and I was there with like 4 rattles, like swapping them out, and I was like, this doesn't seem, I don't see the point in this. So yeah, I started from very early on, didn't really get the point, and then now as he's getting older. But like, his first grandbaby on both sides, it has been insane, like the amount of toys he has been given from his 2 years. Like, as you'll have seen, we have a lot of stuff. He's a very lucky boy, and obviously Aviana also has all that to play with. I hope somebody out there has found this useful and it gives you that motivation to get started with this, because honestly guys, it is a godsend rotating those toys. So yeah, anyways, this video is getting really long, so I don't want to waffle on for too long. But yeah, lots of kind of parenting videos coming out recently, guys. I've kind of been wanting to change my channel over to more parenthood, because it is something I'm very much in the depths of and enjoying. Ali is 2 years old, and holy hell, that little boy, he is testing me with his behaviour. But we wouldn't change him for the world, would we? What happened? Are you trying to get your dummy? Wouldn't change him for the world. But yeah, I'd love to make some videos on like things I'm finding useful, dealing with his tantrums, tips, tricks, all that stuff. We have this little one is about to start weaning. You're having carrots in a couple of days. Carrots! So I want to film like the whole baby-led weaning journey. If that is the route we go down, that is the route I'm planning. I am a bit paranoid about choking, so we will see if that is the route we take. So if you're interested in baby-led weaning stuff, stick around, hit that subscribe button, because that is like hopefully a series I'll be doing next. And if you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one. Can you say bye-bye? Are you hiding? Look at that's in your mouth. Can you say bye-bye? Bye!